Hello everybody and welcome back to my garden. My name is Ashley and I garden here in Northern California, Sacramento area, Zone 9B. And this week is all about my current inspiration / obsession and it's Klaus Dalby's new book, Containers in the Garden. And oh my gosh, that book is such a delight. And I have just been like poring over every page and just so enjoying it and loving all of the beautiful designs and things that he's able to put together just by moving pots around. And today is all about, it kind of got me thinking, pots are, a really tough, it's really tough to get really beautiful quality pots. They are so expensive. I mean, when you're talking about aged terracotta, they are just so costly. I went to Pottery World near about 20 minutes away from us, and they had beautiful large terracotta pots. The smallest one, similar to the ones that we have here, started at, $400 and something. And I was actually able to splurge recently and get 3 terracotta pots for the Japanese maples that we have planted on the front porch here. However, I just can't continue to splurge like that. And I mean, these splurges, they were $100 each, which to me is really pricey, and that is, quite the high price ticket item. But I want to start building my collection of aged terracotta. And that's very much the look that I want to go for and what I want to build in my garden. That and beautiful cement pieces. So I feel like cement and aged terracotta go beautifully together, and they're very similar, and they have like beautiful aged patinas as they, get older, and, the more in contact with water and weather, they just get better and better. The problem is collecting them and the affordability of them. So I've actually been scouring Marketplace, and I've recently found some really good deals, but it's not enough. And when I want to do like a big kind of container display like Klaus Dalby, I kind of gotta reach into deep and figure out what I've already got. So I'm going to be aging some terracotta pots that I got from IKEA several years ago, and I kind of did slightly age them. I wasn't super happy with the outcome of it, and I just used a little bit of outdoor paint and just kind of dabbed them on, and I feel like we can do a better job of that. So I want to do that today. I'm going to show you. So these are some of the pots that I've recently collected on Marketplace, and they're very much in line with the style and what I'm going for. This was actually, I want to say, $40 on Marketplace. I can't believe I was able to get something like this. And this is actually what I want to put, plant a tree in. I'm thinking that I'm going to go with a weeping cherry in here, but I just haven't, been able to go and get that yet. And then this weekend, we were actually able to go and collect these pots, and it was a little bit of a journey. We had to go deep into the foothills, but we made a day of it. It was fun. We stopped at High Hand Nursery on our way back. Not like we could hardly fit anything else in our trunk, but that's what we did. And I just love these. I love the aged patina on them, and they just get better and better with time. So we're going to try to make our IKEA pots into something like this today, and something in line with the pots that are in Klaus Dalby's book. Terracotta is wonderful. They are just so expensive. So today we are going to use what we have. We're going to make the best of it, and hopefully we can actually make some passable aged terracotta pots. So these are the IKEA pots that I got, and I'll put a picture up of what they originally were when I got them, and they're a good deal. I don't know how frost-proof they are or what kind of quality terracotta pots they are, so I don't think I would really trust them in frost. It's not something that I have to really worry about here where we live. But I just got these from IKEA and a couple of years ago, and so they've already been through one round of trying to antique them, and I'm not super happy with how it came out, and I feel like I can do a better job. And so today we are going to be using the lime wash right here, but just so you know, several years ago, I literally just watered this its exterior outdoor paint in the shade Water Lily, and I just watered it down, and I actually just took a damp cloth and kind of just blotted it around, and that's how we got where we are here today. But today we're going to be using this lime wash, and I have some other pots that I did this in, and I learned the lesson that the thicker you kind of make this, the more texture it's going to bring. And I actually don't really want to add much texture to these pots. That's not really the look that I'm going for today. So I kind of made a thinner, kind of waterier substance with it. And so we're going to brush this on, and hopefully it's going to really help age our terracotta up nicely. And before that, I'm just going to take this cloth. You know what? I'm wondering if this is even really a necessary step, just because I think maybe painting over with, or doing a coating with this stuff with some dirt on it might actually add some character. So we are inspired by Klaus Dalby today, and we are going to try to kind of mimic his aged terracotta that he has all over his books. Oh, there was another spider that came off. That's why the gloves. Okay, so I'm just going to start to go in here. Oh, this spider is trying to, cutting for a moment to handle spider. This chair has been vanquished because that actually turned out to be a baby black widow. So it's been removed to another area of the garden. Okay, and that's what we have to live with here in Northern California, black widows. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of roughly, this is a chip brush also, by the way. I just kind of got the thickest one that they have, and I'm kind of going a few inches down on the rim. And I'm not making it perfect, I'm just kind of covering it. And I'm hoping that we can use these for our fall planting scheme. So the messier the better. Trying to make it not perfect. I just kind of want to improve upon. I don't really like, I kind of threw it together with the blotted paint last year, or a couple of years ago when I did this. All right, and I just went to retrieve a bag of live moss that I had. So what I'm going to do, and I don't know how this is going to turn out, just rubbing some of this moss along the bottom here. So this is all an experiment. We shall see how this turns out. Okay, I'm going to set this one aside. All right, moving on to pot number 2. Because beautiful aged terracotta pots are so expensive that today we're just going to fake it till we make it. On these two, what I'm going to do is let it dry for just a little bit before I mop it up and see what kind of an effect that has. All right, so we're gonna let these dry, and then we're gonna come back in a few hours and see how they turn out. So it's been a little over an hour, and this is the end result. And I'm pretty happy with it. I think that they definitely look like aged terracotta, or at least they're definitely an improvement to what they were. So I'm really happy with the results. I think that they're going to look beautiful in a mass planting, and arranged with other pretty pots and different planted with different foliage and textures. I think that they're going to make for a beautiful fall arrangement, which is what I have in mind for them. So thank you all so much for joining me today. This was a really fun project, and it was actually really easy and very quick. And I think that I'm definitely going to do this to some of my other pots that I have in the garage as well from IKEA that I've collected over the years. So this was very fun. I hope you have had a wonderful day and have had a chance to get out in nature today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.